Hey everyone, it's Trish here from Techniques by Trish, and today I'm back with a super simple card with one of my favorite techniques of ink blending. This card was completely inspired by a sunrise one morning, and I thought I would recreate it on a card using some ink blending. So I'm using Tim Holtz Distress ink in spun sugar, ripe persimmon, shaded lilac, and tumbled glass. And you'll see here I'm just applying each color onto my cardstock and then going back and forth over each other to get a really seamless blend. The watercolor cardstock I'm using today is the Strathmore Ready Cut watercolor cardstock, the cold press one, and I really like this cardstock because it is very thick and I feel like these inks just blend pretty seamlessly on them. Now I didn't have to use a watercolor cardstock, but I did want to apply some liquid on it in a little bit, you'll see. So that is why I chose this type of cardstock to go with. So you'll see I've already applied the spun sugar and ripe persimmon and shaded lilac. And lastly, I'm going in with tumbled glass. Now I could have went in with a darker blue color, but I really wanted that light sky blue. And again, I'm just going back and forth with each color, layering it over top of each other to get that seamless blend done with this card. Once I finished ink blending, I'm just taking a piece of white cardstock and I am die cutting the full card triangle background die from Simon Says Stamp. And I did need to use my X-Acto knife because my cutting plates were a little bit warped and I didn't get some areas, but this was really easy to do. It wasn't all of the triangles, it was just like a corner on one here and there. So once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to stamping out my sentiment. I'm just taking some black cardstock and using my EK Success powder tool. I'm then taking the Simon Says Stamp Happy and Shine stamp set and I am stamping this scripty happy word, and I love the font on this. And then I'm using the Wow Silver Pearl embossing powder on top of it. Before I go ahead and apply that, I'm going to go ahead and stamp out the For You right underneath of it. It fits perfectly. I love the stamp set because it has large scripty words and then other attachments to it that you can add above or below it. So once I've gone ahead and stamped that in Versamark ink, I went ahead and applied the embossing powder and heat set it. Now you see me here using some of the Sheer Shimmer Spritz in Frost, and I'm just applying a little bit of that onto my ink blended background to give it a little bit of shimmer and shine. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply the blended background onto my card base. This does measure 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but it looks like I didn't line it up quite right, so I'm just using my scissors and trimming up the sides. I'm then going to take some of the Ranger Multimedia Matte Adhesive and apply that onto the die cut and then go ahead and put that onto my card base as well. I'm then just fidgeting with the sentiment. I decided I wanted a little bit extra behind that banner that I had cut out, so I'm just using a piece of vellum. I've also cut it out into a banner shape, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply that right behind this sentiment strip. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop that up and put that on my card front. I'll then trim off the side, and I did cut it a little bit crooked, so I had to go ahead and lift it up and readjust it. But no big deal, everything worked out fine. Once that was all said and done, I decided it needed just a little bit extra, so I'm pulling out some sequins, and this is the Pretty Pink Posh Sparkling Clear Flat Sequins. And again, just using the Multimedia Matte Adhesive and applying that just with my fingertip. And that completes the card for today. Again, I said this is super quick and simple, easy to recreate for any occasion, just change up the sentiment. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, there'll be a link down below in the description box to my blog that'll have links to all the products used on this card. I'll see you guys in the next video real soon.